We were not good, not creative and not sharp. Not my words, Wenger's words. So he hasn't lost the plot completely. Swansea should be the poor man's Arsenal. Arsenal are the poor man's Barcelona. But the way it's worked is Arsenal are now the poor man's Swansea, and yet we pay season tickets which are 10 times as much as Swansea and have a wage bill which is 10 times as much as Swansea. What is going on? In terms of the game, I'm dangerously close to becoming a Wenger out person. I don't mind the odd poor performance and I don't mind the odd poor result. But if you looked through the season and looked at each fixture and went back and thought, was that a good performance? Which ones? Nothing. We play boring football. We play dross, sideways passing, backwards and forwards. We're slow, we're lethargic, and it's every game. Once or twice, fine, but it's every game. Now, Wenger's come out and said, oh, well, it's because they're fatigued. Why are they fatigued? Because we've got no squad depth. And why is that? Because it seems that everything has been pivoted around the season on Diaby being fit. Cazorla, Jack Wilshere and Michu Arteta aren't working together. It's not working. Can we change it? No, because Rosicky's only just getting fit again and Diaby's never going to be fit. Podolski hasn't done anything since the first 4 weeks of the season. Because he's tired, because he has to play 70 minutes of every game. Never any more, but he has to play every game. Who's gonna step out of that three of Cazorla, Arteta and Wilshere? Who's going to step in and be better than them? No one, because we haven't got the squad depth. Yes, we've got Diaby and Rosicky, but they're never going to be fit enough and consistently enough to put all our eggs in those baskets. Now, previously, it's always been a case of the Wenger out brigade have been the minority. Wenger mentioned it at the Aston Villa game and said it was just a loud minority. Is it still a loud minority? Yes, the people that are vocalising it loudly at the stadium are in the minority, but in terms of the feeling of Wenger's lost it now, I'm pretty sure that it's moving towards the majority. We're 10th in the league after 15 games. 10th. Not a problem if the expectations at the start of the season and before, funnily enough during the season ticket renewals, isn't the manager constantly saying, this is the best squad I've ever assembled, we'll challenge for titles. If you say it, go through with it. If you don't go through with it, responsibility lies with you, Arsene. If you make those bold statements that we're going to challenge, that's the purpose of it, and you've got the best team you've ever assembled, you've got to challenge. If you don't, it is your fault. Not only are we not challenging, Chelsea aren't challenging, they're in the top 4. We're 10th after 15 games. And yet we pay the highest prices. Some clubs, some fans will say, oh, you can't expect to win every game. No, absolutely we can't if we weren't being charged the highest season ticket prices in the world. Can we attract the best players in the world at the minute? No. Can we keep the best players in the world at the minute? No. Where is this club going without change? Potentially, we need a big name manager who can freshen everything up. Pep Guardiola would be the one that comes to mind. If he's available at the end of the year, surely it makes sense to get him on board, potentially. Yes, Wenger's done a lot for us. Yes, we've qualified again for the Champions League, but 10th in the league after 15 games is a shocker. Who's motivating the team? They come out and it looks like they don't care. It looks like they're not bothered. That is Wenger's fault. The squad depth is Wenger's fault. And yet, we've got the brigade of people saying you can't question Wenger's job for life. I think it's time to question it. Anyway, we're going to be doing a 12th Men project during the Sunderland versus Norwich game tomorrow, so make sure you check that out. Check out the channel for highlights of previous episodes, and make sure you subscribe so you know when we're doing it at 4 o'clock tomorrow, so it comes in your subscription box ready to go. And basically get involved, comment, chat, have some back and forth with us. We'll look at all of the stuff today and through the match tomorrow, and yeah, just have a good time. So I'll see you there and speak to you soon. Boom.